to be learned in Twilight is blank. The lesson to be learned in The Host is another blank. And I picked this question because there are no lessons. I do not write to teach or have a moral or anything like that. I write to have fun. And so the lesson is have a good time reading. And hopefully it's the same for both books. If there's anything else more in them, it's always great if you can pass on something else. But really, just to have a really great experience reading is all I'm trying to accomplish. What do you do in your spare time? Yeah, spare time, I'm not really sure what that is. I'm 11 years old and I want to be an author. What advice would you give me? Two things. One that I tell people a lot is to not worry about being a published author. Don't think about who you're writing for besides yourself. Enjoy the writing process. It's so amazing. There's nothing like being able to create a whole other world and people that become so real to you. It's amazing. The creation process is such a creative outlet for me. You know, it really is a huge source of joy, and I hate to see that ruined by people who are too worried about what other people will think or what the ultimate goal is. So enjoy it, and don't worry about it until it's done, and then look at it. The other thing is to believe in stories. I knew when I wrote Twilight that I liked it. I knew that I enjoyed it, and I could read it over and over again. But I had no sense of whether anybody else would like it, or if it was any total crap. I really had no idea. And when my sister, who I think is here somewhere, hey Emily, when she said, you have to try. I really like it, try, but Emily would like anything I did, so it doesn't count. I didn't know if the responses were going to be just laughter that I could hear all the way from Arizona to New York. And so I was surprised, and what I've come to decide is if you really enjoy reading what you write, I'm a good reader, I know I'm a good reader, I've read thousands and thousands of books. I should have trusted myself, and so you need to too. When you have a book that you love to read and write, then trust that other people will too, don't be afraid. All right, I heard in the ARC, that's the advanced reading copy, that is given out to booksellers and other people who need to see it early. There's a cute segment, Wander and Melanie, and she describes it. She wants to know why there are different things in ARCs than there are in the books. And part of the writing process is endless editing. And the ARCs are just an early copy, and then my editor goes back and says, this part here, I don't get it. Sometimes my sense of humor is a bit obscure. Or they'll go back in and they'll say, we really need a new scene here, and that's, I like adding, I don't like taking away, so that's cool. But the ARCs are just kind of this early rough draft is all they are, and things do change quite a bit. All right, what classes in college most helped you as a writer? I didn't take creative writing. That seemed like a very vulnerable thing to do, to let people, I was cool with being judged on my interpretation of Jane Austen, and I knew I could hold my own there, but to actually tell a story and have someone grade that terrified me. So what helped me most was a lot of reading, and I really think that for every 1,000 books you read, you have enough stored up that you can tell a story of your own. So I took a lot of literature classes, and I learned to appreciate really good authors, and I think that's a great way to start. Now, some people are brave enough for creative writing, and so go for it. But if you're not, reading's a really good training too. What is your most creative time of day and why? It's nighttime, and not because of the vampire thing, but because when I started writing I had babies, and so after they went to bed was the only time I could have uninterrupted time, and even now that they're in school all day, the phone's ringing off the hook, there's a million emails to deal with. The business side of this can get kind of cumbersome sometimes, and so nighttime is still the only time when I can count on 4 hours without anybody bugging me, so that's my best time. All right, here's a little bit of a funny story. What was your first reaction when Orson Scott Card contacted you about
That's mine too!
I got home from running some errands, and my babysitter had left a note, and it said, Kathleen Bellamy called. She's an assistant to Orson Scott Card, and he would like to speak to you at this number. Those of you who know me know that I'm obsessed with Matthew Bellamy. And so the coincidence of the name and the message had me sure that my publicist was playing a joke on me. So I didn't call him right back, because I'm like, funny. Good one, Elizabeth, you got me. It turns out that really is his assistant's name. And it was really crazy to talk to him because, that's just, the whole celebrity thing, I will never feel like that. But other people have this huge, pedestal to me, and he's on one of them. And so to actually have a conversation with him, I don't remember much of it because I was just shaking and oh my gosh, the whole time. All right, Stephenie, who are your son's favorite characters from your books? My oldest son is most definitely in the werewolf camp, but he also likes the souls pretty well. My middle son is all vampire. And then my youngest takes turns, like he just waits to see what's most popular. He's kind of a little politician. He's funny. All right, you choose to name each of your chapters instead of numbering them. Any special reason why? Like most everything I do with writing is I do things for fun. The chapter titles make me smile sometimes they make me cry. But it's just, with writing, I really think that you should, above all else, be entertaining yourself. So everything I do is for my own personal joy. Which sounds very selfish, but that's why you should write. So if there's anything you like to do, there are no rules. You don't have to do anything a certain way. Do it how you like it, enjoy it. Is there going to be a host movie? It's possible. I don't know for sure. I mean, we're looking into it. But in reality, can you imagine someone being able to be Wanda and Melanie at the same time? I mean, most of the conversations in the book take place inside someone's head in the same voice. I just don't know the actress that can do that, but I kind of hope she's out there. And maybe some great writer is going to have an idea about how to make that work, because I'd love to see it. I've had a better experience than most authors have with having a book made into a movie. Generally, I hear there's a lot of pitfalls, and for me, it's just been so cool. And so with that experience, it makes me want to repeat it. And the next question is about the movie and what I think about it and how I feel about how it's going. Like I said, it's been a good experience. It's so much fun and surreal to see these things happen. And to have everything going so well. Everything I've seen has been excellent. I was very careful about the decision to continue in, negotiating with the movies, because I didn't want to go again if the first one wasn't great. And I got to see a lot of footage and kind of be involved in the process somewhat. And it's just gone so well. And the actors are so good. They're really talented. And the director takes it so seriously. So I think that it's going to be really awesome. And I'm really looking forward to December 12th.